Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how I want to discuss this game tonight. Um, I don't know how to recap this game. This was a weird game between the Cowboys and Giants, but you know what? That was a prime example of some NFC East football. You just don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what you're gonna get. This was a weird game. Came down to the wire. Cowboys defense made a stop and won the game. Well, they didn't make a stop. They forced a turnover with that pick. Good job on Diggs getting another interception. You know, that dude's a ball hawk. He's going to find a way to force a turnover. So good on him. He gets the pick on Daniel Jones to seal the game. This is a weird game in general, so I guess I should start from the top. The Dallas Cowboys, led by backup quarterback Cooper Rush, who's in for Dak Prescott, who's focused on getting healthy. Dak may be able to come back soon, but we're not sure. We'll see how that progresses. But for tonight, it was about Cooper Rush. He walked into MetLife Stadium alongside that Cowboys defense, and they found a way to beat the Giants. The Giants were 2-0 coming into this game. They were hopeful that they can keep their undefeated streak, go to 3-0, and be right next to the Philadelphia Eagles at the top of the NFC East. Unfortunately, that did not happen tonight, and a lot of things unfolded in this game. So let's start off with the Cowboys, because this is more of a quicker recap of the Cowboys. It's much easier to talk about their side. Cowboys offense did enough to win the game. They made some plays. Cooper Rush had some nice throws. He had some really nice throws down the field. You know, he was managing the offense well. He was making plays. He had some great throws to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb should have had 2 touchdowns. He legitimately should have had 2 touchdowns, but he dropped the first one. He was down the field. He beat the defense. He was going to get that touchdown. Unfortunately, he dropped it, which was, bad on him. And, of course, social media was giving him a lot of criticism for that. But he came out of halftime engaged, and in the second half, boy, did he make plays. That one-handed touchdown catch was a thing of beauty. I mean, he just caught it with one hand with ease and just maintained possession as he's going to the ground. Fantastic catch by CeeDee Lamb to get that touchdown and help the Cowboys get the lead. Once the Cowboys got the lead, the game was set. They did not relinquish that lead, and they held on. So, yeah, Cooper Rush, I got to say it, he is a pretty damn good backup quarterback. He's really solid. He's the type of backup quarterback that can come in, run your offense, make some nice plays, don't try to do too much, and he can help your team win a game or two while your starter's not there. Cooper Rush is really nice. San Francisco could use something like this. They could have used something like this. But they'll have to deal with Jimmy G and see what that entails for them. I don't know. But yeah, Cooper Rush was nice. He made some nice plays. He was clean. Didn't turn the ball over, didn't throw a pick. That's what you want to see. And yeah, he did enough to win. Defensively for the Cowboys, oh my God. The MVP of this game is the entire Cowboys defense. Now, in terms of stopping the run, they did a relatively solid job there in stopping the run, although they did give up a big run to Saquan that resulted in a touchdown, but we'll get to that because Saquon is just that guy. But overall, I think they did a relatively solid job in trying to contain Saquon as much as they possibly could. So good on the defense there. They also did a good job in just stopping these receivers from getting anything going downfield. They, honestly, it was really just... only person that was getting anything going on the field was really just Sterling Shepard. Kenny Golladay didn't really do much, and we'll talk about the Giants' offense. Don't worry about that. But, the secondary did well. They held up. They managed to slow down and contain Saquon Barkley as much as they can. But most importantly, this defense put Daniel Jones in the torture chamber. Daniel Jones tonight was pressured 24 times. They sacked this man 6 times. 24 pressures and 6 sacks. That man was not comfortable at all tonight. The Dallas defense was getting at him at every single chance they could possibly get to him. This man was running for his life the entire night, and you got to give credit to the defense for putting that pressure on Daniel Jones, consistently sacking him, getting the Giants offense off the field, and giving opportunities for their defense, not their defense, for their own offense to come out here and try to put some points on the board. So the MVP definitely goes to Dallas defense. Well done to them. Now, let's switch gears and look at the other side of this equation. The losing team, the New York Giants. Defensively, I think the Giants played well. Their secondary definitely played worse than the Cowboys secondary. The Cowboys secondary was containing these receivers for the most part. But for the Giants, I can't necessarily say they really were. I mean, CeeDee Lamb honestly should have had more yards and another touchdown added to his total. But because he was just dropping passes, his stats look the way they do. They're still nice, but it would have been better. This secondary at times, they were giving up plays they really shouldn't. They were giving up yards that they really shouldn't. That's just how it was. Other than that, I think the defense as a whole, they tried to do what they can. In terms of stopping the run, they didn't necessarily do great in that either. One positive that I didn't talk about for the Cowboys, the running game was here tonight. Both Pollard and Zeke were eaten tonight. Pollard was really effective. Man, he had a couple nice runs. Zeke had himself a good run or two. He got himself a touchdown run, so Zeke was able to get into the end zone. The running game for Dallas was effective tonight. They totaled over 100 yards of rushing, so good on them. That was great for the run game. Well done to them. Giants defense did struggle in stopping the run at times, especially when Pollard was getting the ball. When Pollard was getting the ball, man, they struggled to stop him. He was picking up first downs. He was moving the chains. But, so the Giants defense, there were times where they were not good in trying to contain these receivers, and there were times where they weren't good in stopping either Pollard or Zeke. But overall, I still think the Giants defense put up a solid performance. I think they did really well. I wouldn't even say solid. They did put up a good performance. You know, they weren't terrible. They made plenty of stops to help their offense get, points on the board. They did well enough to help their team win. Yeah, 23 points ain't exactly complete lockdown, but I still think they did good enough to help their team win. The issue with the Giants was the offense, which leads me to the topic of this video. Okay. The Giants' offense is a mess. Oh my God, the Giants' offense is a mess. Now, I know they're missing some guys. Obviously, one being Tony, who they really need back. But man, this offense was terrible. The offensive line should be ashamed of how they performed tonight. Daniel Jones had no time to throw. He was pressured on the majority of his snaps. Like I said, 24 pressured. I think he had, 36 snaps in total. So for like 2/3 of his snaps, he was pressured. Maybe even more than that. It was really bad. Dallas had this man running all day. The offensive line couldn't really hold up. The receivers, minus Sterling Shepard, couldn't get anything going. Kenny Galladay's basically out there doing cardio. He has been absolutely useless as a Giant. He's done nothing. He's been a terrible investment for the Giants. Kenny Galladay has done nothing. He has not made his presence known, and he continues to do nothing for the Giants offense. Wow, that just looks terrible for them. The only person that was really effective was Sterling Shepard. But to make matters worse, at the end of the game, Sterling Shepard got injured. So the guy that was effective tonight, that was actually making plays, that was actually doing things, when it comes to the receiving core, he got injured. So things get even more brutal for the Giants. But speaking of brutal, Daniel Jones, like I said, was pressured 24 times. He was also sacked 6 times. I'm going to be honest here. Daniel Jones, he's not an elite quarterback. I've never thought of Daniel Jones as an elite quarterback. He's not an elite quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not even a really good quarterback. I think Daniel Jones is a solid quarterback and has some qualities that could make him a better quarterback, and at times he tries to present those moments. It's not as consistent as you want it to be, but he does have some qualities that make him, that at least show that he could be a better quarterback than what's being presented here. So he's not this elite quarterback. I get it. We all understand he's not an elite quarterback. But at the same time, it's not like he's complete garbage. And this situation right here, I can relate to this. This man had little to no help tonight. Credit to Saquon Barkley. That 36-yard touchdown run was fantastic. Good on him. Well done to that. Saquon looks like the Saquon we all know and love. So well done to Saquon for what he did tonight. But I'm talking about in terms of the receiving game. This dude, Daniel Jones, has no help. They're missing guys there. Cool. We get it. But, I mean, damn, you invested in all that money for Kenny Golladay, and he can't even get you anything. All these damn drops. There are just times when he's just out there running cardio because he can't get open. When he does get open and Daniel Jones actually throws it to him, he drops the pass. What are you doing? So Daniel Jones is getting no time to throw because his offensive line is just playing terrible. And then his receivers, minus Sterling Shepard, can't catch the damn football. I mean, we can sit back and say whatever we want about Daniel Jones. We all agree he's not an elite quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not even a really good quarterback. He's an average to solid quarterback. We get it. But damn, can he at least give him something to work with? He had nothing to work with tonight, and the one thing he had to work with ended up getting injured at the end of the game. Daniel Jones made a lot, and I mean a lot. I want to emphasize that. I don't want to just breeze past that the way I like to talk fast. Daniel Jones made a lot of nice throws. A majority of those nice throws were negated. Why? It was negated by penalties or was negated by stupid drops that should have never been drops. So he had a lot of nice throws tonight, but no one's ever going to remember those nice throws due to the penalties and due to the drops. What can you do about it? It is what it is. So for the most part, the game was relatively close between these two teams. Things started to just break open in the second half. All of a sudden, CeeDee Lamb starts going off in the second half. He starts making those catches. He gets that beautiful catch in the end zone, the one-handed catch in the end zone to get the touchdown. That gives them a 7-point lead. Giants keep trying to do things, but penalties, drops, pressure, sacks, all of this led to the Giants offense just fizzling out and doing nothing. And all of a sudden, the Cowboys get themselves another opportunity. They end up getting in the field goal range. They kick a field goal. They make the game 23-13. Giants get the ball. Daniel Jones is leading them down the field, trying what he can. At the end of the day, they just can't advance further because, again, pressure's just constantly being thrown at Daniel Jones. And they end up having to settle for a field goal. The ball goes back to the Cowboys. Cowboys end up getting stopped by the Giants defense. So the Giants defense made a stop, got the ball back to their offense, and here we are. 1:45 left to go in the game. The Giants have to go 91 yards to tie this game, and we all knew that wasn't going to happen. I was sitting there just waiting for the interception to happen. Be it a tip interception, Daniel Jones making a bad play, a bad pass, making a horrible read, or just some receiver doing something wild or dumb that causes a pick. Or maybe a fumble happens, who knows. I was waiting for the turnover because I just sensed. I really just sensed that the Giants were going to turn the ball over, and that's how they were going to lose. And that's exactly what happened. Daniel Jones threw a pick. When you look at the replay, his receiver fell down. Don't know what to tell you there. He threw a pick. Trayvon Diggs made an amazing catch, and that pick ended the game. And when that pick happened, you see Sterling Shepard. He gets injured on a non-contact play. No contact. Those are the worst injuries. No contact. He's holding his knee. Things do not look good. I hope it's not the worst. Prayers up to Sterling Shepard. We will see what happens there. But damn, the game ends like that. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. I didn't think I'd talk this much or this long about the game, but it is what it is. Anyway, Cowboys get the win. They go to 2-1. Giants fall to 2-1, and things aren't exactly looking good for them offensively because of the injuries. Things are looking bad, and they're going to have to figure some things out real quickly. It is what it is at the end of the day. Anyway, with that being said, that is all I've got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.